there was this millionaire who had a fleet of cars. His life was all about his Ferrari and Lamborghini. That was his life. One day he was zooming, and as he zoomed, he had a crash. The car was completely smashed. And he sat in the car, zapped, until a policeman came and told him, "Hello, what happened?" He started screaming, "Oh, my Ferrari, my Ferrari, my Ferrari, my Ferrari." The policeman said, "Are you worried about your Ferrari? Do you know that you just escaped? You'd be dead. Huh? You're worried about a Ferrari. Come on, get up." And as he was getting up, the policeman told him, "Do you even know that you lost a hand in the accident?" And the man turned, looked at the policeman's face and said, "Oh, yeah." And as he looked for his hand, he said, "My Rolex, my Rolex, my Rolex." This man was not bothered about his hand. He was more bothered about his Rolex. He was not bothered about his life. He was more bothered about his Ferrari. And this man is just like a typical millionaire and billionaire who lives and dies in this life, this world, not realizing that eventually the Ferraris and the Rolexes will all be left behind. What matters is our life. What matters is our happiness, our peace, our bliss. We human beings, we tend to crave for material pleasures. We don't realize that material pleasures can only give us a limited amount of happiness. The first peak of happiness is pleasure that comes from achievement. You need to get rid of that and go to the second peak of happiness, which is a peace and bliss that comes from contentment and fulfillment. And there are very few people who go to the second peak, which is actually a plateau, and from contentment and fulfillment, they evolve to the ultimate peak of enlightenment, where there is no misery and sorrow. Alas, most of the world is just craving for Rolex and Ferrari and money and diamonds and gold, which we will ultimately leave behind. Is it something new? Do you know what I'm saying is something everybody knows? Even you know it. But unfortunately, we live with this ignorance, thinking that all this is mine, not realizing we will leave it all behind.